Welcome everyone to the new video series on generative AI for teaching. I am Professor Achint Nigam, an assistant professor at Department of Management, BITS Pilani campus in Rajasthan. In this first video, I will be discussing about data analytics and how R to Python is made easy using generative AI. So before I begin the topic in detail, a bit of introduction. So in this series of videos, my focus will not be on prompting itself, but on how to effectively use prompting for teaching purposes. I will discuss ways in which generative AI can enhance our teaching methods. And if you are new to generative AI and want to learn how to write better prompts, please refer to my Prompt Engineering in Practice playlist. The link will be there in the description. Now coming to the situation in hand, I want to like to introduce myself slightly more that I am a marketing faculty at BITS. I teach courses in marketing, marketing research, and marketing analytics. One of the persistent challenges that I face in my teaching is the debate between R programming and Python for data analytics while I teach the marketing analytics course. Although I am trained in R programming, my students prefer Python. During my PhD days, I was trained in R programming. I know Tidyverse package fairly well. I teach R programming too, but the students' preferences towards Python. And then the challenge comes forward too in a marketing analytics class. I personally don't know Python. So how can I make the transition between R and Python slightly easy using generative AI without learning the complete language from scratch, without learning Python from scratch? So today I will use generative AI to demonstrate how my transition from R to Python programming became easier and that significantly enhanced my class engagement. So let us move to the environment itself. Just give me a moment. So here I have taken the liberty to keep the video in brief to run the exercise before I recorded this video, but I will go step by step to demonstrate how generative AI can be used easily to transition between any of the programming languages. And I am using right now R programming to Python as an example. So in this task at hand, what I plan to do is to do a very simple R coding exercise in which I will be asking generative AI to give me a code to generate two continuous variables and then to plot some visualization out of it. That is will be a scatter plot. So this is the first block of the prompt that I have written that simulate 50 rows of continuous variables. Variable one should be salary in Indian rupees and minimum value should be zero. Do not take negative values. They will put a constraint to it. Then the variable two should be age in years. Give me the R code using tidyverse to draw a scatter plot for the two variables. And I executed this prompt. And once this prompt was executed, you can see that R has generated generative AI has given me using tidyverse the R code, which I know is fairly right because I understand this language. So it has said to loading using library tidyverse, then setting the seed, and then simulating the data using these couple of codes. And this is how you create a scatter plot. I could easily copy it from over here and go to RStudio or any of the straight away to the R programming environment and execute this code, and I know it will work fine. It has given me some more explanations of data simulation and all. That is perfect. I didn't ask for that. But now the problem comes is I have trying to tell generative AI that what my problem is. That students in my class are more familiar with Python programming while I am the instructor who is familiar with R programming. So since the students are with Python and I am with R programming, I am making generative AI aware of the context of the situation. So when context awareness as a prompting pattern I have discussed in my other playlist, I told that telling GPT that what is the context is, telling your LLM what my problem context is very helpful for GPT or your any LLM that you use. Right now I'm using Claude 4. Any of the LLM that you use is very helpful to tell your LLM that what's the situation is. This will make the thinking in context. It will start answering you in context. So I say that your next task is to use the R code generated as the previous response that you just gave me and give me an equivalent code in Python in a table format. Do not give me in blocks and all. I need a specific way of the output in table format. Do not skip any line of code. It can happen that while it is generating, it may assume that I know the second language, but I am putting a constraint that do not skip any line of code. And then I'm also requesting here that add a third column explaining each line, each row of the table, means each line of code are Python and what does that code is doing. And as the last thing, this is a cognitive verifier pattern that I am discussed in my playlist. Please go and check the playlist. It will be very helpful for you to understand what I'm talking about or how I am executing my prompts in this video if you checked out that playlist. So writing my last point is ask me questions one at a time if you need clarification before doing this task. This is nothing but a cognitive verifier pattern. This is like a safety net. If something I have not told to my LLM that this is to be done, then LLM can ask me questions back. If I do not tell, then LLM will not ask. If I do not write this line. So this is like a safety net. If I have missed something, then you can ask. But if LLM thinks I have not missed anything and it is good to go, it will straight away generate the output. It is not mandatory for the LLM to ask, but I am giving the option to ask. If I do not write this line, LLM will not ask me anything. So because LLM thought that couple of things are missing, it has asked me a couple of questions. Though I have asked me one question at a time, but still it has given me two questions. That should I use specific Python libraries, so on and so forth, or would you prefer a basic approach with just matplotlib? Or the second question is, are there any specific formatting styles you would like for the output table? So I've given my answers. That answer to the first question is you can use the latest Python libraries. And answer number two is just use three columns. Column one should be the R code, column two should be your Python code, column three is the explanation. Now it says that, okay, I have understood. Now you see what generative AI has done for me. It has allowed my transition from R to Python code. Since I'm not a programming faculty of Python, I do not need to know every line. I do not need to type every line from scratch. I know my R code. So this is my R code. I got an equivalent code in Python. So for if it's library tidyverse is an R code to get those libraries or the packages in Python, it is import pandas at PD, import numpy as NP. At the same time, just let me scroll to the right hand side. You see for each line, I'm getting an explanation also. So this becomes like my cheat sheet. Students want Python, students want R programming, whatever they want, I can give them both sets of code. And once they have both these sets of code, I always have this explanation sheet with me. If there is any doubt, I can always use this as a clarification that which line of code is doing the what exercise. Because the major problem that student has is, please explain the code to us. And now I can easily transition. I do not need to invest 3 months, 6 months, or a year to learn a complete new programming language. I can use my knowledge from R, transition it to Python, and use this explanation chart to explain what the problem, how the task is getting done. So this was explaining the transition part, but I would just take a couple of more minutes to show you, just if anybody's curious enough. So this is the complete chart that is happening. Data table, so data.pd.frame, that's the equivalent code, Python code. This is a code to generate the salary continuous variable, simulate it. And here it is a code for random uniform distribution for in the Python code, and so on and so forth. Every line of code, this is the visualization part that is ggplot that is getting generated, and so is this PLT in Python, and so on and so forth. This is a complete code along with its explanation on the right hand side. So this is the explanation of the major problem that I tried to solve, and it got solved also. Then for class purposes, there is another function. There is another add-on that I have done that I have asked, give me the complete rows of data as a CSV. So the data you simulated is not what I have supplied. So if I want to redo this exercise in my class, I need the data in Excel or some other format. So CSV is a comma separated value file. So I asked the LLM to give me the complete 50 rows of data as a CSV. So now it has given me that here is the complete 50 rows of data as a CSV file. Download the CSV file. So I can click on the link and I could download it, which I have downloaded it before recording this video. And now you can see this complete 50 rows of data. Salary and age is there with me. Because I have not told that salary should not be in decimal points and continuous variables can take decimal values. So it is giving me some point also. But that it has taken a liberty, which I forgot to mention earlier. It has taken a liberty and it is telling me that my salary is between 0 to 1 lakh NIR. It has taken the liberty to assume that age is between 20 to 60 years of age. If I do not want to change these figures while running the exercise in class, I could easily change these values from 1 lakh if I want to change to 10 lakh, 1 crore, or whatsoever I want to do. So I could easily do that. Similarly, for age also, I could change the range from 20 to 60, maybe 20 to 80, or whatsoever I want to do. So now I hope in this first video, the participants have got a hold how generative AI can help us as a faculty members to teach more effectively, more efficiently, and without putting lots of effort, we can be smart faculty members, and our class engagement will go uh, skyrocket. So I will meet you soon in a second video. I will bring some new challenge that I have solved in my personal life using generative AI. Till then, uh, keep watching my other series of video. If you want to know about prompt engineering, if you have any concerns, please leave in the comment section. Whatever concerns you have, I will try to address. I will meet you again soon in my next video. Thank you for watching this video. See you soon. Thank you.